Hello, this is the show where in the first part of the video, I give a spoiler-free review on the first episode of an anime, and in the second part of the video, I'll be reviewing the final episode, deep diving into the whole season, and giving my overall review on the anime. This is one and final. Today we're doing SandLand. Follow me on Twitch, because you should follow me on Twitch. Question from Haku the Great. Are you gonna do Sparking Zero gameplay when the game drops? Out to the yes, brother. I'm gonna be posting the story on my channel in parts, and yeah, probably play some ranked as well, maybe see what the custom battles hold, do some tournaments and shit. And then right now I'm streaming ranked Valorant for the most part, but when the game comes out, I will absolutely be streaming ranked Sparking Zero. You better know. So yeah, moving on. Today we're reviewing SandLand. Or did I already say that? I think I already said that. Anyways, SandLand is a manga by the late Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball. Rest his soul, my guy. The anime adaptation aired from March to May 2024. And the first episode, pretty freaking good. SandLand is a world destroyed by war, now in an apocalyptic state, as people struggle to even find water. Riddled with bandits and monsters, governed by a selfish dictator of a king who keeps all the water reserves to himself. Sheriff Rao has made a journey to find the Demon King to request assistance in finding a long-lost lake so they can provide water to everyone around. And said Demon King has enrolled his son Beelzebub to help Sheriff Rao to find the long-lost lake. Now, Sheriff Rao, Beelzebub, and Beelzebub's demon friend Thief go on a journey fighting monsters, dragons, bandits, and the king's army, all to find a water source for everyone to drink from. And yeah, so far episode 1's pretty good. The animation's great. Lots and lots of references to Dragon Ball. I must say, for real, if you enjoyed original Dragon Ball, you should absolutely watch this. This is very much inspired from OG Dragon Ball, and it reminds me of it. The way everything plays out, the way the characters are drawn, and the movement and stuff. Yeah, and the animation, although CGI, I preach for, I hate CGI. It's actually a lot different from other CGI projects I've seen over the years, as this looks very good, very well put together. At least I believe it's CGI. It looks to me like all the models of the characters are CGI, but all the details on the characters, the faces, the shadows, and all that, those are hand-drawn, and it looks really cool to me. So I'm gonna continue this, and go watch it if you wanna. Or don't. Episode 1, 7 out of 10. Okay, this is part 2. Spoiler warning ahead. Consider yourself warned.
Why is it that you're claiming you haven't eaten the treats I provide? Have you eaten? I'm going to ask you again. God forbid. Have you eaten the treats I politely served to you?
Okay, so the animation is cold, after all. Smooth as heck. And Beelzebub is a menace, bro. Look at him. Just slapping everyone around. Yeah, so pretty much every single fight is very well animated. The choreography is very smooth, how everyone works with each other, and the camera work is phenomenal as well. They went all out for this one. I haven't read the manga, so I can't make any comparisons between the two, but Toriyama, rest in peace, must have done some great freaking work when drawing each fight. So apparently Sheriff Rao is actually a military veteran who constantly throughout this season outmaneuvers and outsmarts the king's army. Just the mere mention of his name sends chills down the army's spine. By the way, the opening's fire. The song's really good and it's very well animated as well. So points for opening. At some point they revealed that there was also a race of little alien-like looking dudes who wanted to help humanity by using their advanced tech to create an infinite source of water. The king thought that they were manufacturing weapons to take out humanity. In actuality, he just didn't want people to have infinite water. So he sent Rao to eliminate them. And Rao gave the order to attack their base of operations. Having destroyed their base of operations, that sets off a nuke that kills a lot of people, including Rao's wife, which is actually depressing. They're getting very deep into this. Like, even though nothing actually sad is happening in the moment, you feel like you want to cry. You know, Rao is reminiscing the times he had with his wife and all the stuff he did that led up to the nuke going off, and he blames himself for all the destruction that happened, even though the king gave the order, but he was the one that told everyone to fire. So yeah, it gets very deep and depressing, and I really like that from something like this. Okay, so now I want to talk about the swimmers. This is a family of 4 who have supernatural abilities that they never explain how they got them. My theory is that there was a nuke, might have been some radiation bullshit, and they got superpowers from it. Now they're all dressed in swimsuits because their dad, the buff one with the stash, he's always wanted his children to swim as well, because swimming is cool and there's no water to swim in. So they're always ready for the day where they find the lake so they can swim in it. So one of them, he can see from very, very, very far away, and here as well. He knows exactly how far he's looking, the distance between him and the object he's looking at, and he can draw perfectly exactly what he's looking at, which is insane. The other son, plain and simple, he has super speed. He ran from the wasteland to town, sold a portrait of Rao for money to the news, and ran back to where he started in a split second. The third son is a behemoth. He's like fucking 8 feet tall and has super strength. He carries a tank gun with him, and with their powers combined, he can shoot the gun from very, very, very far away, and you have a son that can see crazy distances. The dad looks like he has no powers aside from being buff, even though he still gets beat up a lot. I'm gonna say his only superpower is being able to swim very well. But yeah, honestly, my favorite part of the show, probably the swimmers. Those guys are awesome. Also, I forgot to mention, Beelzebub has superpowers. Of course, he's a demon, and his dad is the Demon King. His powers consist of super strength, super speed, and super speed, I'm talking, he was faster than the swimmer with super speed. He can also see very far. He pretty much has all the swimmer's powers combined, and he can absorb the power of the night if he stays out at night and goes like this. Yeah, so pretty much when he gets angry, he can unleash the power of the night, and then looks like his powers are amplified when he does that, and he gets red eyes. Very cool. Extremely edgy though. Okay, now surprisingly, very unexpected, their end goal being finding the long lost river, lake, whatever. They do that very early in the show. I believe they find it episode 4. There's 13 episodes. And turns out they don't want it because remember the little alien dudes? Yeah, they're still alive. They weren't wiped out, and that's where they live and make their new tech and stuff. They live in hiding because of fear that the humans will nuke them again. But yeah, Beelzebub, contrary to the fact that he's a demon, he's very nice, so he doesn't want to take their home away from them. And Rao and Thief also agree, so they part ways. Now, new plan, locate the king's water reserve. Later on in the show, they find out the truth about the king, that he has so much water, it's crazy. Matter of fact, in SandLand, there's always been a massive lake that wraps around the entirety of it. And I'm not talking about the long lost one. Now, this lake was dammed up by the king, and the king framed the demons for stealing the humans' water. Complete and utter bullshit. In this world, demons are very nice, including the Demon King. The Demon King just wants to watch TV, which I think that's freaking awesome. Like, what else do you do as the Demon King? Demons are just living their lives like anybody else. Demon King is on his throne all day watching TV, and the humans frame them for being evil. When they're not. They're just living their lives like anybody else. Now, the king's right-hand man is a mad scientist who has been filling these crazy ideas to the king's ear. And yeah, he's pretty much Dr. Giro. Like I said, there's a ton of Dragon Ball references. The Demon King looks exactly like the Demon King from Dragon Ball, the Burrow. And yeah, I say he's Dr. Giro because more importantly than the fact that he's a mad scientist, using his tech, he made insect men. Ring any bells? But yeah, he made them for the purposes of being as strong as demons, so he can take the demons out. Beelzebub got his ass whooped at some point, but with the power of darkness, he beat them the hell up. And again, they complete their mission very fast. They find the mad scientist, the king's right-hand man. They fight him, they almost die. One thing I didn't like is that this guy is pure evil. He lied about the alien dudes. He caused the nuke to go off when he lied about it. And he made Rao shoot at their base. So he pretty much killed a lot of people and Rao's wife. He's the one who told the king to dam up the lake so no one in the world had water. But Rao not only spares his life, but also lets him go. Like, what, bro? We were getting deep and dark, right? That was so cool. I love that about this. But sparing someone like that never makes sense, bro. Sparing the life of the person who destroyed the world is asinine. Either way, even if in the real world you don't kill someone who has destroyed the world, if they end up in jail, they still get sentenced to execution, right? They don't stay in jail, especially if they have powers or super brains. They get out. But anyway, unrealistic parts aside, they completed their mission again. And it's still episode 6. They beat the king. They found the dam. They blew up the dam. Everyone has water now. Yay, 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 yay. What could happen next? We're still halfway through the show. Everyone's happy. Swimmers are swimming. You know we have demons. Now we have angels. Demons roam the earth, angels roam heaven. There's a fallen angel who wanted to dispatch all the demons. Doesn't understand why the angels will just let the demons roam free, even though the angels probably know that the demons aren't all bad. So this guy goes down to earth. He tries to fight the demon king. He gets so destroyed. Bro, the demon king is so freaking awesome. So badass. I love him so much. I want to see more from him. With the flick of his finger, he destroys the angel. So the angel flees to Forestland, where he claims to be the hero who will save humans from the demons. The king of Forestland is very nice, very down-to-earth king. He's for the people. His right-hand man does not approve. He forms a coup with the help of the angel, and they take him down. Now Forestland is governed by dictators. And who else would save the day than Beelzebub, the demon, with the help of Rao and the king's daughter, who was fleeing Forestland due to the coup going on. Everyone in Forestland seems to hate demons more than people in SandLand hate demons. It's in SandLand it's more we hate demons because of their name. They're mischievous little demon dudes, right? In Forestland it's more like a race thing, like how people used to hate people of different color in the dark times that we've had. That's how people feel about demons in Forestland. It's friggin' crazy. See, another thing where we get really dark. Plot twist. The king was married to a demon. That's why the coup happened. And the witch demon, specifically, Beelzebub's sister, the demon king's daughter. Now, even though Beelzebub is way older than her by a few hundred years, she is very tall, extremely attractive, and very powerful as well. So the king's daughter is half demon and related to Beelzebub. Yet another reason to save the day. So Rao, Thief, and Beelzebub head to Forestland with the king's daughter. Beelzebub finds the angel again. The angel turns out has powers, of course. Not as strong as Beelzebub, like not at all. Gets his ass beat by Beelzebub. They find out that he's the hero of Forestland, and that General Bread, who used to be the king's right-hand man, has they made the coup together, and now they rule Forestland. Turns out General Bread is a cyborg, and they try to beat him up. He has a mech suit as well. A cyborg in a mech suit. What more do you want? Anyone play Metal Gear Rising recently? The gang gets cornered on a bridge by General Bread and the Angel. They're about to die the tanks. I'm thinking, how the hell are they going to escape from this? There is no way they leave with all of them intact. But a nod to Chinese mythology, specifically Wukong. I don't know if you played Black Myth Wukong or not, but Beelzebub has another superpower. Rock solid. Everyone gets behind him. He goes like that, and his skin turns into metal, so he blocks all the tank bullets, and that gives him the opportunity to jump off the bridge. Now, I watched this before I played Black Myth Wukong, and I thought this was awesome. After playing Black Myth Wukong, I still think it's awesome. Even more so, since it's taken from Wukong, just like Dragon Ball is based on Journey to the West, which is Wukong's story. It all ties into each other. It's so awesome. I love how Toriyama does this. God rest his soul. Well, actually, the bridge breaks and they fall off. I forgot about that. Never mind. Okay, now, the angel's true goal, like I said, it's to take out the demons. Somehow, and they never explain this, again, he finds an ancient magical artifact at a marketplace that he knows exactly what it does. And as a nod to Dragon Ball, again, you know Dragon Ball? It is the Mafuba. It's a jar that you can seal people in. Evil containment. And yes, he uses it to seal Beelzebub's sister, Lilith, as well as eventually the Demon King. To be fair, I was very sad when I saw him actually pull off sealing the Demon King. Like, it was without even breaking a sweat. And the Demon King, last time he beat him just by flicking his fingers. But he just stood there and got sealed. Or sat there. But I mean, I was thinking, is he actually like not that strong? But I like to think that actually the Mafuba is that strong. Because I really like the Demon King and I don't want to discredit his name. Now, yeah, in the end of it all, Beelzebub gets pissed because the angel sealed his sister and his dad in the jar. The angel does steroids and gets buff. He beats on Beelzebub a little bit, and then they whoop his ass. Forestland's king is reinstated, and everyone lives happily ever after. A flying baby straight out of a regular show flies Muniel, the angel, back to heaven because the archangel wants to talk to him. So that might be setting up for season 2. Maybe not. But Angel gets consequences in heaven. And Rao, Beelzebub, and the gang go back home. That's pretty much it. The show was awesome. The animation was epic. This is CGI done right. And I am all for it. If they do this, if in anime they ever use CGI, do this for the love of God. Or don't use CGI at all. So yeah, animation's great. Story was awesome. Very addicting to watch. And the opening was cool as well. Big points on this one. I give SandLand a solid 8 out of 10. Very good. Would recommend. So go watch it or don't if you don't wanna. If you like Dragon Ball, you should absolutely watch this. If you made it this far, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And goodbye.